Welcome to Buzzing with Bam.
Yep. Morning. I always say good morning. It's irrelevant, right?
Well, we've already said it.
So we're going to talk about the Jakarta design.
Yeah, right.
And Bob, do you mind telling the story about where all that came from?
Oh man, that's.
And you can rewind and go all the way back to Dublin too.
Sure. So there is one design out there, right? And for sure, that's New Buffalo.
Yes.
No,
Michigan City, Indiana.
Michigan City. Yeah. Same idea. Sorry about
It's
that.
a new code.
But Jakarta design came from Jakarta, oddly enough. So I don't remember. Is it 2 years ago since we've been in Jakarta?
Okay.
Right. So we flew to Jakarta, to do the Asia deal.
Okay.
And we were working with those guys on the Asia deal. And one of the things we had to do was go to a whole bunch of cafes in Jakarta.
Yeah.
And that was really eye-opening and different, right? Meaning that what might appeal to Asian culture or what have you was a lot brighter, more effervescent, welcoming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was cool, but they kind of needed to come up with their own design. I think you said,
why don't we
just
So they hired a design firm
Yep.
from Japan.
Yep.
And they put together renderings,
Yep.
creative ideas,
Yep.
and so on. And I think we talked before it came out and said, I think we should probably just take a long look at that.
A very long look.
And
Yep.
they came out with it, and it was awesome.
Well, you've shortened the story, and I know we have a time limit, but they were all coming here to see us and do some training and that kind of thing. And they wanted to stop in Seattle first and go through all the shops in Seattle, and they took Jeannie with them.
That's right.
And so Jeannie got that exposure, and she got really close with them and that kind of thing. And then they all came here, and actually we met in Ann Arbor, so by here we don't mean East Lansing.
Went to the Slurping Turtle.
Awesome place. And their lead design guy presented a concept, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was quite awesome. Now, we didn't take it in its presented form.
Well, because they're doing a lot more different things there than we're doing here.
Yep.
And then I think one of the things that was also important to us that we added to it
Mm-hmm.
was the concept of some different seating arrangements
Yep.
or feelings.
Yeah, right.
To try to meet the customer where the customer is on any particular day.
That's right.
So we've got soft seating.
Yep.
We have communal seating.
Yep.
We have obviously cafe seating.
Yep.
And then we added a fourth element, which is a private area that's really meant to, if somebody has to take a phone call or just wants to be out of the rat race for a second.
Yeah.
They're a little more private, and they can go sit there and engage. And we were in Michigan City when it first opened.
Yeah.
And we were there for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
2 different young couples sat back there together.
It was the hottest seat in the house.
It was cool.
Hottest seat in the house.
It was really cool. Yeah.
And what?
That's the dog, by the way, making those crazy great noises.
And now I feel like I've been in a pool. That's a one slobbery dog. But the interesting thing about it is that, in 1995 when we opened, the hottest spot in the cafe was the high bar looking out.
Yeah.
And that was about being seen.
Yeah.
Right. But it started off
almost
as an
24
idea
years
as a
ago,
phone booth. But we're not going to call it a phone booth.
No.
Maybe the bubble room.
I like the bubble room.
But
we could hang bubbles.
We had no idea that would be a popular spot to be.
It was a risk to do it.
And we don't know the answer to why yet, right? Because that room is not bigger than if you and I were sitting next to each other and the wall's about this far away, right? There's a little table right here, and everybody goes to that spot, right?
It's cool.
All right.
Very cool.
I do want to cover just a little bit, and we have time. We have 1 minute left, right? That our intent in any design, whether it was the Dublin design or the Jakarta design or the other designs we've ever done, is that Big B Coffee is a welcoming place. That when you come in, it's not about being exclusive, it's about being inclusive. And that's really fundamentally, for me, you might have a different fundamental, one of the most important things when we design a place.
Yeah.
How about for you?
My fundamental is, I love that.
Yeah.
And then the other fundamental I enjoy thinking about is, I think about a customer walking in, and the environment should give them a little boost of energy, a little positivity in their morning.
That's right.
And we feel like we do that
Yeah.
better than maybe any other concept out there, at least that I know of. or that I'm aware of.
I think so.
And I think the Jakarta design does that even better.
In spades, as they say.
Better than
Yeah.
the previous design.
Yeah.
So I love it. I loved it. It's always nerve-wracking.
It is.
To walk into it for the first time.
Yeah,
We hadn't
you're
seen
like,
it before. It's like, and we walked in and it was
home.
It was great.
Home. Yeah, I think we do it better than anybody, right? And the product we sell does that.
as well.
But the people do that.
Yeah, as well. And then space needs to do it too.
Space needs to do it, and sound. So that's sight and sound,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So we're covering almost everything.
Yeah.
Smell.
Yeah, we got smell down.
That's why we had to get rid of paninis, because it just smelled like garlic when you came in.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Burnt olive oil.
All right, that's enough of that.
Okay.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah, see ya.
Bam!